Previously on Chosen Ones, a feeling of unease hangs in the air as the group tries to process the death of Aelia. Theo in particular struggling to cope with delivering the final blow. Before they can fully grasp what has happened, however, a commotion from above causes them to exit the strange blue building. The sun has returned to the sky, blazing down and melting the snow across the compound. And with its return, Marfire has entered one of her infamous tantrums. Solari had unmerged with Essence, leaving her unconscious form behind as the angry demigod continued to try to pursue her. With the combined efforts of the group, along with Mentor Win, they managed to get Tinder, Plum, and Essence out of harm's way, locking Marfire back up in her cell in hopes that she'll calm down.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go.
So you've all just managed to secure Marfire in this little, not little, it's pretty big actually. I think it was like a football field length. This cell, probably in the middle or close to the back, wherever Wynn could manage to drag her so she wouldn't immediately try and get out again. And she's just sitting there, just quietly crying now. She's got those handcuffs on her, so she's unable to use magic.
Boo-hoo, anyway.
She's always been like this.
I wouldn't be surprised. Seems like killing Aelia did unmerge everybody, though. Since the sun's out again, all that.
Seems like it.
Hope Peter's alright.
I hope so too.
I'm sure he's fine, he's indestructible.
Indestructible doesn't mean that he can't die.
Theo's just gonna investigate the cell that, Titus used to be in.
Okay, you can roll investigation if you want.
18.
You're looking around, and it seems like it's been pretty cleared out. There's really no sign that anyone was in here before.
Does anyone, I guess you wouldn't happen to know where Titus went?
I don't know, no.
But you see Wynn speak up, and he's just like, his family actually asked for him to go back home.
Oh.
Isn't that kind of dangerous?
Well, Estel said that it was okay, and Estel's like,
Of course I did. Sure.
Oh,
like your new outfit. Sorry.
Master Wynn, Aelia, was here,
Wynn! He looks around.
and she.
That's my name. Sorry. No, I'm done.
I was going to make the same fucking joke. I was going to be like, yes, that is your name, anyway.
She merged with Mentor Estel a long time ago, we think.
Oh.
And the Elven Sword users, too.
Theo will come up to him and ask, do you happen to remember anything, any new ideas implemented that you thought was a little strange for Estel to put forth, anything like that?
I know that she wanted to bring some new sparks in, maybe at some point. Considering we thought we lost people, that made sense to me.
Alright, anything else? Anything, it could be small.
I mean, nothing really that I can think of.
Nothing? Not even the way she treated people, or anything?
Well, she didn't really talk a lot. She was in her office a lot, or in this building. She said to keep Titus company and try to talk to Marfire, and my job was basically just to make sure Marfire stayed in place. I didn't have a lot of other stuff to do. Sometimes she'd go and wait at the edge to see if Peter would come by, and that's about it.
I guess nothing really to glean from any of that, I suppose.
Not particularly.
Sounds rather like she was definitely trying to keep in a line with your morals, at least. He looks at Estel.
She has her arms, like, crossed. I'm worried about anyone that she would consider bringing into this facility. That definitely means that we are not hidden here anymore.
She definitely was, in favor of King Larkspur's, just him in general, if that is notable, if I recall that.
That seems strange to me. I thought they hated each other.
You'd be wrong. They've been working together for quite some time with a new super god. So,
Well, King Larkspur was the one who helped me to get out of my family, so...
yeah, so you can build up some trust with him. Get you on his good side so you'll trust whatever he wants to do.
Or another possibility is that the King Larkspur that Estel knew is no longer the current Larkspur. We have reason to believe that he's become a puppet of Lemony.
That's fair as well.
A puppet.
Like literally, like an actual puppet body.
Right, the current king might not be the real king as far as we know.
I feel like a lot's happened in these few months.
Yep.
A lot sure has happened. We'll give you the details.
We'll clue you in best we can.
Where's Essence? She looks around. No one dragged her in.
Oh, she's dead out there in the fucking field. Who cares? Anyway, no.
Brandy.
What? We haven't cared about her since season 1. Nobody gives a shit.
That's false, because Shui has expressed care.
Aviath actually says, Essence is right outside. Let me go heal her real quick.
If you want to just give me an hour, give me some time to rest, I can start answering some fucking questions we got about where people are and things like that. I need an hour. I need some fucking rest. I'm so tired.
I think that we all do. Except for me, I'm fully healed and I used one spell slot, so...
Congratulations. I've used literally everything that I have, almost.
There's another important thing you should know. Miss Merlin is alive, and here.
She's alive?
Master Arthur saved her.
Or he lied, you're saying?
Yeah, both are true. He lied and also saved her. He fucked up, but he fixed it.
Some very conflicting emotions right now on her face.
I don't have a lot of memories. I do remember, I think, it's a little faded. Him coming here sometimes, maybe.
Yeah, that's not the right one.
What?
That's not the right one. Again, Estel, we have a lot to fill you in on. Like a lot. Just believe us when we tell you that we want to be able to tell you everything. Certain parts of it are gonna seem strange. There's another Arthur, and the best way to tell that he's not the right one is if he doesn't have a band around his neck, like mine. Like my mark... The fuck?
He looks down at his arms.
It was like, what the hell?
Oh, yes. There's been so much going on. When did you get some sun?
Did you get some sun?
Did I get some sun?
Oh, yeah, that's another thing. We'll get to that. I'm becoming a Asmer. We'll get to it.
Oh my
Remember how Viath was becoming a tiefling? Well, now I'm becoming we'll get to it. Can I just fucking rest for like an hour? Can I just like sit down
Sure,
and
of course.
chill? Thanks. I'm gonna go downstairs.
Back to where Alia's body and the sword are.
Okay. So you go out and heal Essence then, Aviath.
Yeah.
You heal her, I'm assuming just a little bit, like 1 hit point or whatever. You probably don't have a lot, do you?
I've got 4 lay on hands and I've got 2 uses of cure wounds. I'm gonna use 1 point of lay on hands, I guess. Hope she can heal herself.
Okay. And it takes her a moment, but she starts to stir and kind of blinks and looks up at you and just seems very confused, squints at the sun that's out, pushes herself up, and looks around.
Are you feeling alright, Essence?
I think so.
Do you remember what happened? Do you remember why you fell unconscious?
It's fuzzy. Aren't you dead? Am I dead?
No, you made it out alive.
Okay. She looks like she's about to fall asleep again.
Well, we have a lot to explain, but go and get some rest for now. You seem tired.
Hobbles up. She's covered in burns.
Oof.
And if you don't take her anywhere, she will just, on her own, start to make her way towards the cabin that she has been in. She just seems super out of it. She's kind of on autopilot, does not seem to be aware of her surroundings very much.
Yeah, if it's not right next to her, he's gonna take her to her compound room.
Freaking bring her to Angevin.
You do have a medic, staff.
I think he would bring Angevin to her.
That's fair. So when you're escorting her before you go to get Angevin, she's just kind of looking up at you, and she's just like, Is everyone not dead?
Everyone made it out just fine. Don't worry. Everything's okay now.
Okay. And you go and get Angevin and take her back to the cabin where Essence is.
She's in pretty bad condition. Can you fix this?
I'll take a look. It looks like she's got a pretty bad concussion.
Yes, I don't know if it was probably Marfire.
You watched her get pushed back 20 feet. Unconscious.
Yeah. It was probably Marfire in her tantrum. She pushed Essence's unconscious body around.
I'll take a look. Thank you for bringing her.
There may be plenty of others in the compound. Alia was here, and she unmerged with a bunch of people, and they came out very injured, so some faces you might not recognize. But I'll take you to them once you're done with Essence here, if you don't mind.
Noted. She seems a little confused by the words you were speaking to her. So Brandy went back down underneath. What are Theo and Shui doing?
Shui is hanging out outside of Marfire's cell, just kind of looking at her. Brandy was like, who cares, but he kind of feels a little sorry, a little bad for her, because, this god family drama. She wants, her mom's attention, and then Shui's mom, Mizuni, is similar. Wynn's still in here, right?
Yeah, he's standing outside as well, watching her, in case she tries to do anything.
Okay. And Dashi's still downstairs with Brandy, right?
Dashi is downstairs, and Sapphire is downstairs.
Oh, Sapphire never came up?
No.
Oh, okay.
Why would she? She has 8 hit points.
I had no clue.
Plum and Mystery Man are outside taking shelter in one of the buildings that haven't been completely destroyed. And Tinder's somewhere.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. Get out of here.
She's like, okay, leaves the whole facility.
I've been trying to do this whole time. Goodbye.
So to Wynn, Shui is going to say, when did you notice the snow and stuff melting?
I was just gonna go check up on Marfire. I usually do around this time, and Essence was already on the ground.
Wow, so you never... Did you know she was merged with Solari?
Nope, that's news to me. People don't really tell me things.
I think right now it's really important to all be on the same page with what's going to happen. Or, sorry, with what might happen. Were you and Master Peter... He pauses and then rephrases. He's like, did you know Master Peter before he was merged?
No, I didn't. I think that happened when he was a chosen one. A long time ago.
Master Peter was probably out there somewhere in a similar state as Essence. Now that Alia's gone, I want to help him.
He'll be okay. Peter's one of the strongest people I know.
Aw, yeah. Shui then turns to Estel. Well, he smiles at Wynn, because that does kind of reassure him a little bit. But he turns to Estel and goes like, you'll probably hear this from Brandy and the others when we brief you. And I haven't even told Master Dashi this, but...
Uh-huh.
He kind of bites his lip. You heard about the elemental god Ibishu, right?
Yes, the one who died.
Yeah, he didn't die. At least, not in the way you think.
Raises an eyebrow.
Something happened to him, and he took on a different form. and he became me. And he holds out the beast blade. I could talk to him through it. And now, he's just gonna draw his blade. Because before he was having so much, like, trouble with it, you know?
Yeah, her eyes do widen a bit at that.
Ibishu and I talked, and we made a deal.
This is a lot. You're telling me that you're a god.
Or it used to be.
Are you sure you're not merged with something? Well, you would have fallen apart.
He nods. It's all confusing to me too. And Master Libris, she kept a lot of things from me. I think she knew the truth. And that's why I was invited here.
Libris has always been someone very mysterious to all of us. She goes away sometimes and comes back and doesn't seem like she's aged a day.
This was supposed to be her secret to tell. So maybe I should respect that.
But I'm not going to.
She and Winona, the moon spirit, they're connected in a way like Ibishu and I are.
I see. But Libris worships Winona. She's trying to process all the things that you're telling her.
Well, Winona's a liar, so... I'm not Winona, sorry, Libris is a liar, so... But Shui is just like, yeah, it's gonna take some time. But we don't have forever to process this. You'll also find this out really soon, but the Abergrim is making an army to go against the king.
Okay. What kind of army?
They're made up of jabbers.
Okay. She's like... Could I...
We saw a ton outside of the compound in the wilderness. I don't know if there were woods or mountains.
Maybe we should go one step at a time. One big, earth-shattering thing at a time.
The Abergrim is not our enemy.
Oh, you're still going.
No, he's not our enemy. I want you to just... I just wanted to tell you that because, well, I don't know how you feel about Abergrim and Peter, but Abergrim's not the enemy right now, so maybe don't, treat him as such. I think that's all the big things. I'm gonna go see Master Dashka now. Sorry about this.
Okay. Sure. Okay.
Estel hears in her head, do you know the Zone of Truth spell?
Oh. No, I don't.
Okay, never mind.
Okay. You need anything?
Somebody knows the Zone of Truth spell.
Can I metagame?
Do you?
But do you have a spell slot prepared for it?
No.
Well, then shut the fuck up. That's why I didn't call Aviath. I was like, I know Aviath probably has it, but, he's out. We're tapped right now.
I don't think wizards can learn Zone of Truth.
Cool, never mind.
Theo would have just followed Brandy in this case, since there's such a conversation.
Yeah.
Brandy just sits down in front of the body again. Just takes a long breath.
God, this day has been so fucking long.
That's right. We haven't had a break. But what should we have expected? No.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for the next thing.
Theo, he'd probably... I wanted to do this earlier because of everything, but he would probably go and take the dead Aviath's helmet off. Be like, close your eyes. You're a dead body now. And Aviath is up and walking, but this was still their Aviath.
Mm-hmm.
Theo still wants to respect that. He'll basically just straighten that up. Be like, but we've lived, we've survived, we had enough energy for 2 big fights today. In fact, I could probably still do things if I really needed to. So,
thinking about doing something. I need to talk to her. I want to know what the hell she's planning.
Gonna cast a spell to speak with her then?
Yeah, the only thing is she might be able to fucking lie to me if I cast it and she thinks I'm her enemy. My only thing is I'm not sure. I don't know how she regards me. I'd imagine she regards me as an enemy.
I mean, especially after the fight.
Yeah. But what I can do, I'm thinking, because she had all of these Aviaths, right? They were for Lemony, like they had to be. They were prepared for Lemony, so he could have the perfect body that he wants from Aviath.
Most likely.
So if I disguise Sylph to look as like the golden Aviath and tell her, hey, it's me, Larkspur, tell me the things I want to know. I'm thinking maybe she'll be more honest with me.
Well, if she's anything like Estel, she'll be no fool.
Yeah, it was either that or transforming into a, you know who, the other Arthur, and communicating with her that way.
It did sound like she was mad at him, I would note.
I know.
My only issue with that is you might compromise your questions regarding if he should technically already know the answers. So.
Yeah. So, I think best option is, you know what? Maybe I crack open one of these Aviath cans and take the armor for a spin to make it so you can't see through the illusion. Because otherwise she might be able to see through it. I might do that.
Crack open an Aviath with the boys.
Yeah, cracking open a Aviath with the boys.
You know, at least as long as the outcome of this would not hurt you.
I don't think it will, so...
The worst that can happen is you lose any intel that you could have gathered.
I'm not expecting to get much anyway.
And he will break open one of the big cases with one of the Aviaths in it.
Probably one that was already open when Aelia was, like, trying to grab onto him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Pull that one out. Take off the fucking,
She's gonna be a fucking
the
naked
armor.
Aviath in here now.
That's no problem.
Well, I mean, he has clothes. So he's not fully... It's not like they gave him a body with only armor, you know?
Right. So, we'll do that. Dress up as a Aviath.
Fucking take 10 minutes to put on my armor.
I will use Mask of Many Faces to make wings appear out the back, so it still seems like I have, big wings. And I will cast Speak with Dead on Aelia.
Theo goes out of frame.
Yeah, that's fair.
You see, like, her body kind of snap almost as it seems to, like, right itself as she gets onto her elbows almost and has her head kind of down for a moment before, like, slowly looking up at you.
Aelia, it worked. It's me, Larkspur.
You want to roll deception?
I'd love to. Do I get advantage?
I'm gonna say normal. I'm not gonna say advantage. I'm not gonna say disadvantage because your voice is not disguised.
He's doing Aviath's voice.
Yeah, I was almost going to say, it might be better to just get Aviath. He can do his own voice.
No.
I think he has to be the one to ask the questions, though.
I do, yeah.
Yeah. You just flat, just a regular roll, because you are offsetting the disadvantage by disguising yourself as him, but you wouldn't have advantage because your voice is still Brandy. Even if you're pretending to be Aviath, it still is you. It's still Brandy pretending to be Aviath.
Okay. That's fair. Come on, Brandy. 14?
Alright, and then it would be Insight.
Yeah.
It's 25, unfortunately.
Cool. Great.
She kind of looks at you and almost, like, has a humorous smile almost on her lips.
You sound quite different, Kane.
Alright, fine.
I tried. He takes the helmet off and throws it away.
Howdy. What am I merged with?
And she does not have to be truthful, right?
She doesn't have to be truthful, and she can be vague if she wants to.
Something far greater than anything I've ever merged with before.
Is it the binding?
A piece of it that's been granted consciousness by being a part of you.
Can I insight her just to,
Sure.
I'm gonna insight every fucking thing she says from now on. Theo can also, like, if he wants to.
I was about
Yeah.
to say, like, could I also insight?
Go for it.
7.
25.
Brandy, hard to read. I would say, Theo, what you got is she appears to be being truthful.
Really sucks that we don't got somebody to make this bitch tell me the truth. What are you planning with Larkspur and the other one?
To bring a better world than the one we're currently in, where things are so unfair and you can't determine your own fate. And it's decided by others before you even get the chance.
That seemed truthful? I imagine it probably is, but...
She's just gonna seem truthful without any checking.
To Theo as well. Should I do it again?
I mean, you'd have to roll for another,
19.
Seems truthful.
I'll roll 2. 10.
Hard to read.
Hard to read.
Well, how do you expect to be able to change the world in the next one, then?
He promised I could merge with him when the time came.
Yikes.
And you believed him.
And we would bring in a better world together. All of us.
Well, you lost your dad. So, how can the plan carry out now without you?
If the world has stopped for me, it's only temporary. The dead won't stay dead forever. That includes me. Just as the same happened with you.
And with that, the body falls.
Theo will come out of his hiding spot and just kind of shake his head. She appeared to be truthful.
Yeah,
If not, arrogant.
right. Well, it gives me some idea. I guess I know what I'm stuck with now, because I sure as hell didn't unmerge with anything when everything went under. She called mine perfect, so may not be any undoing that.
I didn't want to ask about this or bring it up, but if you're really merged with something and it's as powerful as she says it is, I know you were curious about her sword.
Yeah. I feel like that's a hell of an asset to just toss aside.
What do you want to do with it?
I don't know. I feel like it has to be useful in some regard. I mean, I know where the other half of my sword is. My sword. This one.
And they'll summon his sword to his side.
I know where the other half of this one is. It's in the capital. And that sword there can merge with other swords. So, my thinking is, if I'm attuned to that one and survive, and merge my sword with that, I can probably just merge the other half back together right there, without having to get it fixed.
Theo nods along. Yes, I thought as much, and you know that I'm nervous about it.
Yeah, I'm nervous too.
Because I'd like to live long enough to marry you someday.
Yeah, me too, darling. I would like to live long enough to marry you too.
Yeah, if we're going to get through all of this, we might need to take risks. So, he's gonna, hold his hand out to take Brandy's. Well, at least if you go down, there's a very high chance that I will as well. Shrugs.
That's not reassuring, darling. That's...
He just kind of sighs and he's like, that's the only assurance that I have.
Yeah, I get you. Estel said it'll probably be here for a few days. Wait till tomorrow.
Get your strength back.
Yeah, once all of us are healed up. And more importantly, once Aviath's got, some of his healing back. Because there's a good shot that maybe it'll just, be fine. After that, I'll wait till tomorrow, and we'll see then. Because we got other things we gotta do.
Theo nods.
I'm sure Evaith is gonna want to head out, see good old Claytor, and fix him up.
Yep. So much to do.
Yeah.
So little time.
Yep.
You know, I'm really starting to miss those 100 days of doing nothing.
I don't blame you. This is high stress. Promise, once you and I are done with this, it'll be nothing but boring days for the two of us, alright?
Boring and wonderful days.
Exactly.
And he'll give Theo a kiss.
And I'll say, just moving back, Shui, as you started to move away from that cell that Marfire was in, you did hear Wynn kind of be like, hey, stay back!
He turns to look over his shoulder at all the commotion.
She's just gotten back up. She's still sniffling and, like, clearly upset. The tears rolling down her face appear to be, like, golden, and they, like, sizzle as they hit the ground. And she starts to kind of get closer and looks out towards you, and Wynn's like, hey! And he doesn't move closer to her at all. He's just kind of seeing what she's doing. And she kind of comes up and, like, puts a hand against the, like, glass of the cell and is looking at you.
He, like, fully turns towards her now and walks a little bit closer. He has, like, a... not, like, a nervous look on his face at all, but he resolved himself to be like, yes, how can I help you?
Yeah. Customer service, Shui.
Yeah. And so he's just like, I meant what I said, Marfire. I do want to help you.
It's not fair.
He shakes his head. He's like, no, it's not. My mom, my real mom, Mizuni, feels the same way that you do. And none of it's fair.
But she wants you. Why doesn't mine want me?
She doesn't want me. She wants Ibishu. She wants her real son back. I have... he just kind of, he does like a little like chuckle. He's like, you know, I have 2 sets of parents, and neither one of them were the ones who raised me.
I just had her. And she left. And she left again.
When I find her, I'll make sure to ask why. She's been in Essence's body. Maybe she just wanted to get some air or move on her own. And I know that you say that she should have taken you along, but maybe where she's going, I don't know, you might get hurt. Might be more painful for you than you think.
I don't get hurt very easily. People around me do, though.
Yeah, I can understand where you're coming from. You knew what I was when you saw me, before I even really knew.
It's easy to see.
How?
She blinks, and when she blinks, you see her kind of raise her eyes and look like a little bit above your head.
I can just see it.
She makes a gesture like horns. Mechanically, she has true sight. So.
Okay. Is that something all gods can do? Or is it just a special part of what you can do?
I don't know. My mother and you are the only gods I've ever seen. I'm not a god.
You've never been to the keep?
The what?
The keep. It's... How do you describe this thing? It's not where gods go. It's where people
you go. You go to get your persona.
You go, it's... The keep? It's a sanctuary where mortals and gods go to talk to each other without threat of violence. Master Libris took us there. And it's where I saw my mom, Mizuni, and Dara.
You can't hurt people there.
No. But you are disguised. If you know, well, you might know. I think you'd be able to recognize Solari if you tried, if she goes there. The way to get in, I can teach you, but it might not work.
Another place I can't go to.
You won't know until you try. But still, you won't be able to do it from here. Has to be over and a body of water.
If I go there, can I touch people without them hurting?
Yeah. I'm sure you can.
That sounds nice.
Looks at Wynn.
He's just been watching you have this conversation, thinking to himself, like, that might be the closest thing to a hug she's ever got, that little grapple thing we did. Sure not gonna say that out loud,
Yeah.
but it's all over his face, you know?
I'll go with you, maybe, to a body of water. But you have to promise not to hurt anyone if we let you out of here.
Okay.
He smiles. He's like, okay. You hear that, Master Wynn?
I'm not gonna let her out right now.
No.
She just did a whole thing.
True nods. He's like, that's understandable. Now's not a great time either. It's bright out. Best time to do it is when you can see the moon better. How about this? He says, and he turns back towards her. When the time is right, I'll come and get you. Okay?
How do I know you'll come back?
He puts his hand on the glass, like where her hand was, or it still is, as if they're like making contact or something like that. It's a promise. Do you know what that is?
I think so. That's what Mother said before she went away. She promised that things would be better.
Wow, hating this girl right now. Yeah. Shui says, a promise is something you keep. Maybe she's still working on keeping her end of the bargain.
Well, she vanished right after that.
I don't know if she had a choice. But that's not important right now. I'm the one making the promise with you, okay?
Okay. And what happens if you break it?
He thinks a little bit. I'll let you do whatever you want to me then.
Don't know what I would want. Okay.
I could do something funny.
It won't be.
Yeah, I'm sure. He was trying to lighten the moon.
And she immediately was like, no.
But we won't have to worry about that, because I'll keep my promise. I'll get you to the keep, okay? Or, well, I'll get you out of here to maybe possibly get to the keep.
Okay.
And at that, she kind of pulls away from the glass.
He pulls away as well, and he's like, for now, you should get some rest, and think of a good secret.
A secret?
He nods. That's gonna be the key to getting you into the keep.
Okay.
And he gives her a thumbs up.
She imitates the gesture, but has no idea what it means.
He laughs. He goes like, there you go. That's the thumbs up.
And then she's just like putting her thumbs up and down and looking at them.
That means good job.
And we'll say at this point, Aviath has made it back from helping Essence and Angevin.
Yeah. How's Essence?
Essence is alright. Seems like she's gonna be fine.
Sigh of relief.
You do see once he comes back in, Marfire looks to him and like hisses. Like
Yeah.
bad history.
Yeah, no, he just literally ignores that.
Bad history.
Okay, shut up.
Yeah, thumbs down.
She knows what that one means.
Brandy and Theo went downstairs. I was just gonna go meet up with them.
I'll meet up with him once I make sure everyone's healed up.
He nods. He turned to walk away and then stops, is still like standing there for a little bit, and then he turns around and runs towards Aviath and gives him a hug.
Aviath, a little caught off guard, but he'll give Shui a very weak hug back. It's not the usual, like, choking him out kind of hug that he tends to do.
I'm so glad you're okay, Yaya.
Oh, of course I would be. I'm not an easy man to take down, after all.
Yeah, that's right.
Not even death can stop the mighty Avaya.
Yeah, he says.
Shui's like, stop resetting your death flags.
Yeah, you really are. Yeah, stop that.
You already died once. Like, stop.
You gotta stop.
I'll never die again.
What are the chances it happens a second time?
I've got like 4 more bodies down there. We're good. Like 6 maybe. Like, we're good. I can just throw out as many death flags as I want.
I sure hope no one blows up that whole room.
But yeah, he is going to separate from Leviathan, go downstairs. Because Dashi's still down there, so I'm sure she would have been looking at this dead body, talking back to him.
Very warily watching him cast that spell, yeah. She was sitting near Sapphire and was mostly talking to her because it seems like Sapphire's not able to speak due to whatever her spark is.
Which is cool. Does she know sign language?
I mean, probably, yeah. Considering what her spark is, she probably learned it.
That's on Shui's sheet.
Should we speak sign language?
He speaks core silent speech. I just, in my mind, I don't know if cores exist, so I'm like, sign language? Who knows?
Sure.
Yeah.
If you want to make use out of that. You keep picking things that don't exist for him.
Core sign language, fucking grung, fucking
what
like...
else would I need? What else would I need? He knows common, he knows...
Anything fucking useful?
He knows common and elvish, that's all that's important.
No, it's not! There are so many languages that are good to have!
He has common, draconic, elvish, grung.
We've had dwarvish come up. We've
Oh,
had...
have
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Fucking deep speech, celestial, primordial, fucking...
Whatever.
Elvish and fucking grung and fucking core silent speech.
I mean, sure, we can say that that is the world's equivalent of sign language.
Okay. Thank you.
One of your things is useful.
Yeah, grung was made up. It's just for comedy.
Grung will come up in the one shot that I'm
Okay.
gonna run. It will 100%.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Hopefully that comes out before this episode so we can leave the grung part in.
I'll make it happen as soon as possible.
We can finally leave a grung part in.
Alright, yeah, so he's gonna go downstairs now.
So Dashi is near the wall trying to rest with Sapphire, and Brandy and Theo are near, and they just got done with the Speak with Dead.
They were conversing about the swords, so I imagine they were still nearby. But yeah, now the dead Aviath body looks like it's been all straightened up, you know.
And Shui comes down the stairs. Guys?
Oh, hi, hello. I'm glad nothing else terrible happened,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, Marfire seemed to calm down, and Yaya says that Essence is okay. Looks like everything is settling for the moment.
Yeah. How are you feeling, Aviath?
He's not in here.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he's exploring the compound, trying to make sure everyone's okay.
Just come join the scene, Aviath. Come join the fucking scene.
I mean, he's exploring everywhere, so it's reasonable for him to come down here as well, just to double check.
Yeah, come down here.
So yeah, he shows up. Hey guys, everything in here all right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine. And are you fine, Aviath?
I'm doing all right. I've still got a bit of energy in me.
You're not feeling strange or anything? Like it feels... Do you feel like you?
It feels like I have complete control.
Okay.
I should have asked Aelia that. Should have asked about what the fuck's going on with the virus body. God damn it.
Asked?
Well, without her to give me commands, I have no reason to go berserk or anything. I'll be sure to have someone else watch over my weapons and everything so that I can't hurt anyone. Not much I could do with my bare hands.
How would you ask Elia?
Oh, no, you know, just did. Don't worry about it.
I said I was okay with necromancy. It's
Okay, I cast a spell.
Just like seeing immediately through it.
Alright, fine, I cast a spell. It's called Speak with Dead, and it helps me get some answers out of folks that have passed already. It has nothing to do with the soul.
That's alright as long as you're not creating liches or evil undead creatures or anything. Well, I was hoping we could find some proof of what Elia and Larkspur are doing. Did you get anything that would help with that?
We got some info. They're trying to make the perfect world together, except that sounds wrong, given what we know the other Arthur wants to do. Sounds like he just wants to tear the whole fucker apart. So, good chance that he's just been lying to Aelia. He also promised Aelia that she can merge with him when the time came, and that together they'd bring about the new world.
I'm sure he believes that if they did do that, that he'd just be in control anyway.
Yeah, probably. But,
It would be more of a benefit to himself than anything else.
Regardless, she also said that she won't stay dead forever. I don't know how serious that is to be taken, as in when she'll be revived in the next world, or she's literally going to be revived within the next fucking few days or weeks or who knows how long. Once I've rested, I'll try and see if she's around anywhere, but again, it's going to be a while.
Yes, after everything, I think we've all earned a bit of a rest, all of us.
Agreed.
Yeah,
Couldn't agree more.
I've been running around all day, feels like.
I also found out what I'm merged with, so that's cool. I'm still merged with it, because mine was perfect.
Well, what is it?
You remember that place that we all kind of ended up in right before everything came back to normal? The place with all the bookshelves and things?
Oh, yes, I kind of remember that. Wasn't there for that long, but I think so.
Yeah, that place is called The Binding. As far as I've been told, I'm merged with a part of it. And from being merged with me, I guess that part's gained sentience. I don't know what that means. It's all very confusing. So,
Are you merged with a living creature, or is...
I don't know.
I see.
Good thing to find out, apparently, is, it's so powerful, it's stronger than whatever, anything that Aelia's ever merged with, apparently. With that in mind...
And he will gesture over to the sword, still on the ground.
I think I might be able to, emphasis on might, be able to, attune with that thing there. Possibly.
Isn't there some risk involved with that?
Oh, definitely. But if Solari could throw around the Beast Blade when we first met her, I have a feeling if I'm merged with something more powerful than Aelia was, I could probably do the same. It's just a hunch, but I might be able to. It might be the best shot I have at fixing my sword. The one I want fixed.
Well, you seem to understand this better than I do. I don't know if that risk is worth it.
Oh, trust me, I'm talking out my ass, Aviath. I have no idea if this is gonna work at all. It's a guess, but I think it's a pretty educated one. I'm not gonna do it tonight. Maybe on tomorrow when all of us are healed up and one of us has a spell that might be able to bring back the dead if somebody suddenly died out of nowhere for some reason.
Yes, that would be a good precaution to make.
Yeah, cool. Just making sure we're on board. Yeah, that's the plan, at least. So we'll see.
Sounds good.
Shui is going to go up to Sapphire and Dashi. He kneels down and begins gesturing sign language in the hopes that Sapphire knows it. He's just going to begin gesturing are you okay? And he's watching to see if she responds, if she knows what the hell he's saying.
She perks back up at that. It seems like she does. And she signs back, yes, I'm fine.
He smiles. He says, that's amazing. And then he's going to actually say, I know you can hear me, but I just wanted you to know that I know sign language too.
She smiles at that. And she basically just signs back, I have a passive offensive spark. If I speak, it'll hurt you.
He nods. I know someone like that. He's missing right now, though. It's hard, isn't it?
She nods.
He looks around and is we have some extra cabins around here that you and your friends can stay in.
Well, a lot of them were destroyed, but we'll see.
We'll see. We'll see how many. I think you should stay here for at least the night.
She nods to that, and she signs back. You remind me a lot of your mother.
He smiles. I have so many questions about them, but I know that I can sometimes be really overbearing with that kind of stuff. I never met them, so all I have are these stories about when they were in the 9. Was she nice?
Sapphire signs back. A little too nice, maybe.
He laughs. Was I ever around? Did you ever see me when I was little?
She shakes her head no.
Right. Did you know that they had a kid then?
She nods. And she signs back. I didn't see you when you were alive, but I did see when she was about to have you.
Interesting.
And that was the last I ever saw of her.
I already said this, but she's missing. My dad, too. And I don't think that they're dead, but I do think that they're trapped somewhere underwater.
Signs back. I don't know anything about what happened to them.
That's fine, thank you. I'll get those answers some way. And he's gonna go over and give Dashi another hug, just because.
And she gives you a little hug back, and she's just like, where's Plum and Luca?
Luca?
Oh, the one with the spiky hair and the resting bitch face.
Master Dashi.
Master Dashi. Last I saw, they were outside. I think Luca was tending to Plum. They're probably still here. At least I hope so.
That's good. As long as someone's watching after Plum so he doesn't go get into trouble.
He stands up.
Let's all just get some rest.
She's like, yes, rest. Sounds great.
And we'll say with that, you all go back to your cabin, because the other one still destroyed. Just destroying all the cabins.
No places to sleep.
Sorry, do we ever hear Draga or like Riddle, or do we ever see them?
They wake up finally, they're like, I had a crazy dream. Oh, shit.
I would note that Aviath probably saw them coming out. Anjuman probably went to them to say, like, hey, go watch your teammate, I guess. She's really out of it. So they're probably with Essence staying in that cabin.
Oh my god, this was like season 1 when they stayed in the same cabin. Because they're in the same cabin and we're in the same cabin. Aw, what the fuck? Okay.
So there is probably that extra cabin where the other NPCs can stay for the time being.
Okay, cool.
With that, you all lay down for some much needed rest for the day.
Hello everyone! We're happy to be back to the main story of our campaign. But if you missed it, there's a one-shot out DM'd by Ripley called Shui's Grung Adventure. It's a silly adventure about how Shui learned to speak Grung, which was referenced in this episode, and it features a whole new cast of PCs along with our favorite sword singer Shui. We really think you'll enjoy it, as it highlights a lot of the lighthearted silliness that people loved back in our early seasons. Go check it out! And if you haven't already, make sure to like this episode, leave a comment, and subscribe. As always, thank you to our high-tier patrons, Eden, Alex, Solana, Homunculus Derelictus, Clayton, Epiorium, Spirit, Big Red Dog, Keelan, Bubby, Zab, Z, and Mr. Bakudon. We'll see you soon, fellow Sparks.